Hello, welcome back to another video here at Making Moose Creations. I wasn't really planning on making a video, but I was gonna make a little keyring, something similar to this, as I am going to be uploading them onto my Etsy shop pretty soon. So I thought that I would create a little design and show you guys me creating that. So far I've got some packing tape. Yeah, it's very close to the table, but I have my packing tape and I've put some down. Sorry, the sun is highlighting my fingerprints, but my hands are clean, I promise. So I've just pushed this keyring bezel down. Now I'm gonna take some UV resin and glitter, but I have realized that I have not got out my UV lamp, so I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so UV lamp acquired. I am now going to start. It's very simple. I just start by filling in the bottom of the bezel with a little bit of UV resin. And I try to push it to the edge as much as I can. And then I've got a really bad lighter, but I just try and pop as many of the bubbles as I can. Sometimes they need a little bit of help coming to the surface, like that. So now I'm doing something a bit different today. So what I'm gonna do is take some of this really sparkly glitter, and I'm just gonna add a little bit in the bottom. Which will hopefully look really nice. Okay, so as you can tell, this is real time that I'm making this in, so it doesn't take me a long time to do this, but it also takes me a little while to get everything sort of in and perfect. So now that that's all sort of spaced around a bit, like that, I'm going to put the lid back on my glitter so it doesn't go everywhere. I am going to take my UV lamp and just cure it for a little minute. Okay, so I cured that first layer. I'm now going to add in another layer of UV resin. Fill that all in. Make sure it's pushed out to the edges. And again, take my lighter and pop any bubbles that may have come up. And now I'm going to take some of these beautiful butterfly glitters. I think I'm going to take the blue, and I'm just going to place some little butterflies on that top layer. So this takes a lot longer than the first layer did, because these I want to be placed precisely, whereas the glitter I just wanted it to fill the bottom. Put them in and push them down so that they get covered by the resin, and they don't float around when you put in others, otherwise they just all start to move around and it gets a bit complicated. Okay, so slowly we're getting there. The butterflies are starting to look really good, and these blue ones look so nice on top of that holographic glitter. So if we don't like where one of them's placed, we can just move it around a little bit. Okay, so that side's done. Just put in the finishing touches in now. Couple more and we'll be done. And there we go. So that is that for the finishing layer. So the sun is going in, so I am going to cure this under my UV light. Okay, so here we have the finished cured bezel. Now for the finishing touches is, for the front face, is to add another layer of UV resin, which will seal all of that in from the front. And we can just mix that around so that it's well and truly spread. You can add as much resin as you like. You can do this and then dome it or whatever. I tend to just do the 3 layers as you build up, and then in a minute we'll flip it around. But now that that is done, I am going to quickly just use my lighter to get rid of any excess bubbles that may be in there. And then I'm gonna cure this for another minute. So I've actually decided, even though what I just said, I'm scrapping that, I'm actually gonna add another layer, because I think that one of my layers wasn't as thick as I thought it was. So it's a little bit flat on the inside of my bezel. So I'm just going to add a little bit more resin to the top to give it a little bit of a dome, and then I will show you the next step of making this keyring. So like before, we're going to remove the bubbles with my really terrible lighter and hope for the best, and bring back my trusty UV lamp to cure. Okay, so now that the front is done and cured, here is our final bezel. But to make it into keyring, you first need to remove it from this tape that I had stuck it to, and of course now the back is very sticky. So what we are going to do is take our UV resin, add a layer on the back, and just spread it around. So for the back, because the whole of the bezel is sticky, I am just going to go along the metal parts as well with some UV resin, as then it just seals the sticky on the inside as well. Okay, so I actually think this is already starting to set, so I'm quickly just gonna remove any bubbles that may have appeared when I was moving the resin around. I'm gonna take my UV lamp and quickly cure that for a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so the back side has been cured, and so now we have our main keyring base. So to add some little detail, I am going to create a little charm to add on to that. So for this, all that I'm going to do is fill up this little charm bezel with some resin. I'm gonna give it a little fire. I'm then gonna take some more of the blue butterflies, so we're keeping with the theme, and I am gonna push them into the resin. So I'm gonna place in as many that will fit. Oh, got a double bubble there. I'm hoping that maybe one more will fit just in there. And there we go. So I'm gonna cure that really quickly. Okay, so the first layer is done. I'm just gonna add a bit more resin to the top so that we can complete our charm. Once again, I'm going to fire away all of the bubbles, or as many of the bubbles as I can, and cure one last time. Okay, so it's now time to turn our bezel into a keyring. So I have a couple of jump rings that I'm just going to open and secure onto a keyring. I'm gonna add our little butterfly charm. And I always like to include a little made with love bead. And here we have our finished keyring. It's very sparkly. This will be up on my Etsy very soon, so head over there if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!